What is up, guys? It's Fat Leo, and I'm back with my team builder for my week 2 battle of the PCL. Now, my team builders have been so long, so I'm going to try to make this super quick, as fast as possible. So, straight to the point. We've got Weavile. Weavile is my anti-rock lead, because what it does is his only 2 rock setters, which are Gliscor and Diancie, will die in one hit to Weavile. Iron Tail for the Diancie. He leads with Diancie. I'm going straight for the Iron Tail. I'm not even clicking Fake Out. And Icicle Crash will one-shot the Gliscor. So that's that. He could switch a Volcanion to Walmy. It would be very easy for him to do that, but to Volcanion as a switch, and I've got either Charizard, or not Charizard Y, I've got, well, Charizard Y when the sun is up, but if sun's not up, I've got Melodic. So that's my primary switch into him. If he's got something like a Power-Up Solar Beam, I just click, so like if I come in on Volcanion, I'm clicking Recover, because you get a Power-Up Solar Beam, that would do a lot of damage, and then I'm going to Toxic him, and I can stall him out, so that's that. If I get Toxic by Volcanion, at least I'm a really good physical wall, so that's that. Melodic Skull, Recover, Toxic, HP Fire. HP Fire is for the Scizor, because I don't know, I just thought I'd like to have something to hit Scizor because it helps with my Lando sweep, which is what I'm going for. Damage off on Scizor is really good. Scald is just for Scald. Burns are going to be really good, especially on that Cofagrigus, because the Cofagrigus is what's is like his best way to stop the Lando sweep. And Meowstic also doesn't get one hit KO'd by Lando after rocks, so Scald and a Burn would be great on Meowstic. Charizard Y with Fire Blast, Roost, HP Ground, and Sub. The reason I have Roost is because I can come in on Volcanion when the sun is up and wall him, and Roost stall him out of Steam Eruptions, and he can't burn me, so there's nothing you can do about it. Also, if Volcanion's carrying like HP Rock for whatever reason, I can Roost, and he will do, with the leftovers, max special attack modest, he does about 50, so he has like a 20% chance to 2-hit KO me, so I can Roost stall him there, hopefully. And then I have HP Ground to hit him for about 50%, so yeah, that's pretty useful for Volcanion. I don't really know why I have Sub. I don't know why I decided to put that on. I guess it would be good against the Scizor. So the thing is, his switch into Charizard Y is probably like Diancie or like Cofagrigus. So yeah, Cofagrigus or Diancie, I guess. And if I can sub up on the Scizor can't break my sub unless he has like Natural Gift Rock, which is another reason sub would be great, because I can get him to burn his Natural Gift Rock, and I will get a sub up, and I can at that point just fire off a Fire Blast or Roost. It doesn't matter, because sure, Volcanic Quad resists Fire Blast, but it doesn't resist HP Ground, and if I do get him Toxic and Rocks, HP Ground plus Toxic plus Rocks is going to do a hell of a lot of damage to Volcanion, so Rocks are incredibly important for me in this game. Pretty much to wear down that Volcanion, also the Jolteon to do damage to the Cofagrigus, to the Meowstic, and to the Scizor, who are the 3 mons that can kind of stop my Lando from sweeping. Roost is specifically because I can Roost up on Volcanion when the sun is up. Sub, I can also sub up on Venusaur. If he really wants to hit me with a Sludge Bomb, I mean, that's kind of foolish, because I'll just Fire Blast him. It doesn't outgo, but it does a lot of damage, enough to 2-hit KO him easily, no matter what spread he is. So, next, and Bonnie already went over this. Toxic for Volcanion, HP 5 for Scizor. I can just Scald Diancie and stuff. Jolteon, I'm physically defensive, so I don't think I really live a hit from Jolteon, which is why I have Miltank, who's especially defensive. Miltank and Bonnie kind of like switch roles this week. Usually it'd be physically defensive Miltank, especially defensive Melodic. But this week, I just thought it made a lot of sense to do it this way, because especially defensive Bonnie still doesn't really wall Jolteon if he doesn't want it to. Like, if he wants to make his Jolteon in a way that Melodic doesn't wall it, he can, so, and then there's nothing I can do about that, so I decided to just get Miltank, who will wall even a Specs Jolteon, even Specs Thunderbolt. The only way he doesn't wall Specs Jolteon is if it's got Thunder, which he's not going to run, especially since I have Zard Y and can set the sun and put that thing's accuracy at 50. So I've got Rocks on this because, like I said, Rocks are extremely important. I originally had Sap Zipper, and actually I am going to have Sap Zipper. And I had this, I got rid of it because I saw, I decided to get Reuniclus as my primary switch into Mega Venusaur, but I said screw it because Venusaur just, because Reuniclus doesn't do well in this game unless I'm setting up, and it's really complicated to set up against this guy with Reuniclus because I have to get Acid Armors and Calm Minds up, so it would take a lot of things to calculate, and I would have to take a lot of things into effect, so it would probably be like another hour of prep if I wanted to set up a Reuniclus sweep. I just didn't really want to go over all that, so I decided not to get Reuniclus. So, I'm going back to Sap Zipper so I can switch it on Venusaur, and he's going to do nothing to me. If he wants to set up like defense curls or something stupid, I mean, fine. I'll pop the sub, go into Zard Y, and just click Fire Blast, pop the sub again, and then I'll one-shot him because he'll be worn down after setting up subs. I mean, it would be ridiculous for him being a specially defensive setup Venusaur. I don't even know if Venusaur gets any special defensive setup moves, so Zard Y would just put in a lot of work. I mean, even a Weavile's Icicle Crash, I think, does like, I don't know, probably does like 35-40%. Oh, forgot to mention Focus Sash in case I miss an Iron Tail and he hits me with a Moonblast or whatever. But in that case, he's probably switching, but whatever. Focus Sash is going to be good on Weavile, I think. Body Slam because it's good. I could run Seismic Toss to break subs, but it doesn't really help against Venusaur, so I didn't bother. Milk Drink to heal, and Heal Bell is going to be incredibly important because I feel like his Meow Stick or his Murkrow could be running T-Wave to stop my Zard Y, and I want to be able to heal him up. Also, if Antibody gets Toxic, that I don't need it to get that Marvel Scale boost, I can Milk Drink that Toxic off, and if Miltank gets Scald Burned by Volcanion, or Steam Eruption Burned by Volcanion, I can Heal Bell. Now this thing also walls Volcanion and goes for Body Slams. If I can get that thing paralyzed, that's great. So now, Murkrow, I mean, my Blaziken switch-in also is Anbani. Even in the sun, an Adamant Scarf Flare Blitz does not 2-in KO Anbani. High Jump Kick is a roll to do a KO at Adamant Scarf, but I have leftovers, so he's not going to do it. I think it's like a 5% chance, or a 6% chance. So Anbani walls Blaziken. Anbani also walls Drapion, but I'm not really worried about Drapion because, I mean, even Miltank walls Drapion. Even Donphan easily switches in on Drapion, so Drapion's not really a problem. Jolteon switching is via Milan. I mean, if I know he's gonna Volt Switch, I can go into Lando, or even Donphan. I was gonna bring Raichu with Lightning Rod, but and it does a good amount of work to his team, but I decided against it in the end. I don't really know why. I just did. But anyway, Lando. What am I doing with Lando here? Basically, I want to set up a Rock Polish and Sweep, because he doesn't have any defensive answers to it. The other thing he has are potential offensive checks, like HPI's Jolteon, maybe an Ice Fang Gliscor, if he's like a Scarf Gliscor, something insane like that. Scizor, the only thing Scizor has to hit me is a Natural Gift Ice, and I don't think he would be running Natural Gift Ice. If anything, he runs Natural Gift Rock to hit Charizard Y, but then again, he would also... But I mean, even to do that, he would have to catch me on a switch, which is incredibly risky. And for that reason alone, I don't think he's going to run it. I don't think he's going to run Natural Gift Rock. So I don't think he's running Natural Gift Ice either. So Scizor has nothing really to hit me. But Earth Power, I need to actually pull up the damage calculator because I don't know the exact calc. If I am Landorus. 252 Modest Life Orb with Earth Power, Psychic, because that's my spread, and what's my last move? Earth Power, Psychic, Sludge, not Sludge, HP Ice, so HP Ice, because I need it for Gliscor. Who is it? His Scizor. I think Scizor dies to this after Rocks. If he's, for example, a max HP, if he's max HP, max attack Scizor, which is, a pretty safe bet, and I'll be able to find that out. Yeah, he's got a 100% chance to die after Rocks, so, I'll close that. Oh, what did I just do? Give me... Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, here we go, we're back. Yeah, so his Scizor has a guaranteed chance to die after rocks. If he's some kind of defensive spread, then I'll obviously have to wear him down, which is where hidden power from Melodic can come in handy. So Scizor, again, like I said, one of the problems to me sweeping. Now his next mon that could be a problem for me sweeping here. You know, let me just go through calcs. If his Gliscor, is physically defensive, he dies. If he's especially defensive, he has a 75% chance to die to HP Ice after rocks. And if if he's physically defensive, he definitely dies after rocks. Jolteon dies after rocks, or even without rocks. DNC dies after rocks, even fully specially defensive. Drapion dies no matter what. Meowstic does not. If he's specially defensive Meowstic, he does not die to Earth Power. And then he can set up screens or whatever, especially since he's Prankster, so he can get one turn to do whatever he wants. Which is why Meowstic is a problem to me. I can kill it, but it's a real nuisance. I don't have anything that just obliterates it in one hit. Except probably Charizard Y, but at the same time, he can set screens on that to prevent me from doing that, so... Again, Meowstic is a problem, and Scizor's a problem. Mega Venusaur is not a switch-in. I can't one-shot Venusaur, but he's not a switch-in because any combination of Venusaur dies to Earth Power plus Psychic. Like fully specially defensive Venusaur dies to Earth Power plus Psychic. Volcanion dies to Earth Power. Blaziken dies to Earth Power. Murkrow, believe it or not, dies to HP Ice if he's not Eviolite. And if Murkrow is Eviolite, let's see, Calm, 252, 252. Oh crap. Item, Eviolite. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't really take this into consideration. If he's a Calm Murkrow, HP Ice is a 2-hit KO. Oh, that's actually not good. I'll have to have that Murkrow eliminated then. But yeah, Murkrow, if he's some kind of offensive weird Murkrow, then HP Ice will one-shot, but after rocks, but I guess it really just depends on what kind of spread he is. He could wall me. Cofagrigus, if he's specially defensive, Cofagrigus, offensive Trick Room, let's do that. Oops, I accidentally turned it off somehow. So, basically what happened was, I found out that Cofagrigus takes 54 to 64% from an Earth Power if he's specially defensive. If he's physically defensive, bold, he takes, after rocks, I have a 12% chance to OHKO him. So, again, Cofagrigus, depending on his spread, can be a real problem, but I don't assume Cofagrigus will be at full HP because he has no way to get to full HP, so I'm going to have him worn down. So I guess Cofagrigus shouldn't be that much of a problem, but that's the plan. I want to sweep with Lando. A lot of his mons get one-hit KO'd, and then if I just remove some of the, not even check, some of the mons that don't die in one hit, I will be able to sweep. And a lot of his mons I can set up a Rock Polish on, like a Scizor or a Gliscor, or not DNC. Yeah, Moonblast is gonna do a lot. Drapion, I can set it up on. Oh no, he's gonna Ice Fang me. Never mind. Meowstic, can't. Venusaur can't. Volcanic can't. Blaziken, depending on what he's locked into. If he's scarfed, if he's not scarfed, I'm not worried. Murkrow I might be able to. Cofagrigus I might be able to. So there are quite a few mons I can set up a Rock Polish on. So should be okay. Should be okay in that regard. And this is my 6th mon. I really didn't know what to bring. I decided to bring Donphan, I guess, because he can rapid spin. And even though my rock prevention is Weavile for his Gliscor and DNC, if he switches out his DNC, or his Gliscor, he can get rocks at whatever he wants. Because as soon as if DNC comes in on Charizard Y, he can kill me with a Diamond Storm unless I Roost, which would be incredibly problematic. So I'd have to switch, so it's a free setup of rocks. If he comes in on Miltank, he can set rocks, and if DNC, yeah, so basically if somebody comes in on Miltank, they get free rocks, so the rocks are likely going to go up unless I actually kill his only, so if he only brings one rocker and I actually kill it turn 1, then rocks are staying off my field. If he preserves that rocker, then I'm going to go down. What am I saying? I'm not going down. Rocks are going up. So, Also, didn't know really what to bring. I didn't want to bring physically defensive Donphan because I already have Melodic, so I put Earthquake, Ice Shard, Rapid Spin, and Knockoff on. Go is a decent switch into this, so that's why I have Knockoff. To knock off its item would do, I don't know, probably like 40%, maybe 50%. If he's Cobra, it'll do like nothing, but whatever. It still puts him into Earth Power range. I feel like after a knockoff, he's gonna be in Earth Power range, like regardless of his spread, because if he's physically defensive, Earth Power does more. If he's specially defensive, knockoff does more. So I'm pretty sure if he's not Cobra Berry, knockoff puts him into Earth Power range, meaning I can actually set up a Rock Polish on the Cofagrigus, because I mean, what's he gonna do? Pain Split? I mean, it's viable, I guess. And I'm disconnected for some reason. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? My internet is actually dying out. Oh, no, here we go, it works. So, anyway, the reason I brought Donphan with a Scarf is because it hits a lot of his team. I guess that's just the screen we're going to have to roll with here. So, let's put this in the middle, enlarge it. Oh my. Oh man, what are we going on here? So, let's put this here and enlarge it. The reason I brought Donphan is because if you look at his team, everything takes a hell of a lot of damage. Adamant, Scarf, Donphan, 2-hit KOs, max HP, max attack, Scizor, Adamant, Scizor. I don't do much to Gliscor, but there's nothing I can do about that. If he's like in range of an Ice Shard, I guess I can come in and Ice Shard him. I definitely one-shot Jolteon. I do a lot of damage to Diancie as my Teambuilder is back, but I'm going to have to turn this off for a second so nobody sees the rest of my teams. Okay. Alright, it's back, and we'll put this back where it belongs. So, yeah, I 2-KO the Scizor. I don't do anything to Gliscor. I one-shot the Jolteon easily. I mean, I'll probably even one-shot the Diancie. Yeah, I definitely one-shot the Diancie. Adamant, max attack, Earthquake. One-shot specially defensive Diancie. I definitely one-shot Drapion. If it's Meowstic specially defensive, I probably one-shot it. I don't really know. Meowstic, max HP. Bulk comp, sure, whatever. Donphan, custom set, attack, adamant, choice scarf. Well, Zoroark doesn't one-shot Meowstic, but whatever. It also doesn't one-shot Mega Venusaur when it one-shots Volcanion and Blaziken, and it does a good amount of damage to Cofagrigus. So a lot of his team is weak to ground, and Donphan can switch in on Blaziken if he's not Scarfed and fire off an Earthquake. Although, High Jump Kick does a lot of damage to me. And if the sun is up, a Flare Blitz is also going to do a lot of damage to me, so that's something to watch out for. But Donphan is there to spin rocks if he does get him up, so that my Charizard can just do stuff. Charizard, honestly, I don't think is going to do much in this battle. He's probably just going to come in on Volcanion when the sun is up and do absolutely nothing at all. Just sit there and stall with him. Maybe hit HP ground. Otherwise, also my primary switch into Scizor because I don't expect he'll run Natural Gift Rock. I also don't expect him to bring Scizor because Zardwire is just such an easy switch into him. The last guy he played last week brought Scizor and brought a Charizard, and this guy didn't bring Scizor, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I'll move this up to where it should be. Yeah, so Charizard isn't doing much. Weavile, again, Weavile's also not doing much. I just hope to wear down his team a little bit. I guess Weavile comes in, beats Meowstic, beats Gliscor. Maybe if I can one-shot that Gliscor. He's only switching his Volcanion and Mega Venusaur, I guess, but, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much, so that's why Weavile's not doing much. He could be there to revenge kill, maybe like fake out, pick things off when they're in range, but other than that, he's not going to be doing much. And Bonnie and Miltank are going to do a lot of walling in this game. It's going to be pretty important. Landorus is the sweeper. I need Landorus to win, and Donphan is to rapid spin, and you know, maybe I can get like an earthquake sweep at the end, because you wouldn't expect me to be scarfed. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Fat Leo, out.
Wait, I forgot to say. Gulf Coast Gators, Michael, you're going down. You get your second straight 5-0 of the season. Yeah, That's it. You know, hold on. I want to say something. I lose a lot of games because I'm not playing properly, and I'm not trying. Like, not necessarily not trying, but sometimes I prep and I'm saying, whatever, I don't care. Last time I was in this league, I didn't really care, so I didn't really play properly. I didn't prep properly for any of the games, I think, except for 3. And I didn't play properly at all. So, yeah, I'm like, last season I didn't care. And then they told me not to be that guy. I was like, what are you talking about, man? And then somebody, I will not name him, so the guy that says that he's not, that he's never, that when he loses he wasn't trying, and when he wins he was trying, or something like that. Something stupid like that, man. Even though when I tried and lost to him last season, I was like, man, I don't know. I was surprised I lost because I was actually really trying to win this one. But anyway, I wasn't trying most of last season. Now I am. So let this be known. If I start winning here, stop with this excuses excuse, you know? It's not an excuse. If I say I'm not trying, I'm not. Fat Leo, out.